The Ravens fired John Harbaugh today. This dude has been their head coach since I was in college. I mean, it seemed for a minute this year like they might trade
He's been
Lamar
head
Jackson and
coach
keep him, which would be insane. They didn't. They fired John Harbaugh.
he's been a
They're going
head
to
coach
keep
since I
Lamar, I
was
suppose.
in middle
All of
school,
a
man.
sudden, this job looks incredible. That's a job I would want. I mean, now a Hall of Fame quarterback, yeah. This to me seems like the job that every head coach should want, including Robert Saleh. Do you think Robert Saleh?
Yeah.
Do you think the Ravens would get him?
I think Salah is going to do everything in his power to get this job. I think everyone is, and I think Salah, in my opinion, is probably the top candidate for this job. I think you get someone with that energy, with that much defensive talent, brother, this team would be disgusting with Salah. I think Salah would take a hefty pay cut to coach this team. I'd say that. I feel like he would do whatever he could to coach this team. This is going to be a very highly coveted job.
I think he would love this job, and I think he would fit their culture. My
Especially
only
the whole
question is,
AFC
are
North
they going to say,
culture.
like, we want to double down on our culture and bring in another guy who will reinforce the toughness and the defense? Because their defense kind of sucks now, and I'm sure they regret losing Mike McDonald. Or are they going to say, man, we got like, we don't know how many years left we have with prime Lamar, if we have any, and we need to bring in an offensive coach to somehow maximize what we haven't been able to accomplish, to maximize this window that we've squandered. They could do that too, but I don't know who.
Yeah,
What are you
I
gonna
don't
get?
think
Cliff
there's
Kingsbury? Watch them
yeah,
get Cliff Kingsbury. That'd be
that'd
dumb.
be yeah, I heard that. That yeah,
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 that would be.
that first thought
That
was
would
spot
be.
on. Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be
Cliff.
something like
Yeah.
yeah, there's not really unless you're going like Clint Kubiak, I guess, like maybe. But no, in my opinion, Ravens and Salah are like a match made in heaven. He'd bring back that Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Ravens mentality. Him versus the Steelers would be crazy. And then he'd bring over
But again,
like
the question though, like not to cut you off, is that like you bring in Salah, I love it, but who's the offensive coordinator? If it's Clay Kubiak, is that a good fit for Lamar Jackson? He might
I
be.
think so. Yeah, I
You
think
think
so.
so?
Why not?
Lamar in a Shanahan style system? Yeah, why not?
Shanahan style system's pretty easy. Purdy's doing it, and he's faster than Lamar. You know, he's a scrambler like Lamar. He's faster,
Well,
but
Purdy's the best quarterback in the league. Haven't you
yeah,
heard?
Purdy's got a faster 10-yard split. So imagine if you had someone
Yeah,
who's just
you can't just
slightly
compare
slower.
future Hall of Famers to Brock
Yeah,
Purdy, man. It's not fair.
like I mean, I think it'd be good. Why not? You have Derrick Henry back there leading the charge on Kyle's offense. They don't have great receivers, so using Kyle's system to scheme people open would be beautiful for Lamar.
He
You
needs
have
to
a
stop
bad
running so much anyway, and he didn't run that
yep.
much this year anyway.
You have a bad kicker, so you're already starting strong with a Jake Moody like guy, putting a lot of the pressure on the Shanahan system. So I think
That's
it's
so
perfect.
true.
I think it's perfect. You have bad special teams
Also,
so
Gary
far.
Kubiak was their offensive coordinator there like 10 years ago. So they're familiar with the Kubiaks.
Yeah, in all seriousness, I think if I was the Ravens and if I was Salah, this is the match I wouldn't interview another soul. Obviously, you have to satisfy the Rooney rule, but I'd go straight for Salah, and if I was Salah, I'd go straight for that job. Like the Vrabel Patriots job, it makes sense to me.
Again, I think that they would lean towards offensive guy, but who would the
Or
offensive guy be?
could you imagine they trade like 2 first-round picks for Kyle Shanahan? Robert Saleh gets promoted to the Niners head coaching job. Kyle always said he wanted a Lamar Jackson type quarterback. Now he gets
Yeah,
Lamar
what if the Niners
Jackson.
go one and done in the playoffs? Kyle scores no points against the Eagles. Jed York, in a fit of rage, fires him unexpectedly or trades him. It could happen.
Dude, could
never
you
know.
imagine how much content you'd have but how insane it would be if they did. They went one and done. They trade Kyle for 2 firsts, promote Salah. Kyle wins the Super Bowl next year with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah,
It'd
that'd be
be more
crazy.
likely that he gets him hurt next year, but you know.
G-Dub Money says he hates you.
I think he likes me. That's why he
I think
tuned
he's
in
talking
to
about me,
watch
actually.
I think he tuned in
Yeah.
specifically to watch the stream. So he must like us.
I'm all about this coach's carousel this offseason. I live it every offseason. All day, every day. Kim says we must be living in the upside down when John Harbaugh warranted to get fired before Kyle.
I disagree.
Jay All Day says, look forward to what offseason moves should the Niners do to take them to another level. Any players you have your eye on this offseason? I was really
Justin
into Kazir
Jefferson.
White, but they got him. They got Kazir White, so I'm pretty good.
I've been saying it. Justin Jefferson. I am
What about
manifesting it.
Lamar?
They
How
need a
about trade
wide
for Joe
receiver
Burrow?
one. Trade
How
for
about trade for Joe
Justin
Burrow?
Jefferson.
Instead of letting the Vikings trade for Joe Burrow, why don't you trade for Joe Burrow?
Trade for Justin
You could trade
Jefferson.
Brock Purdy right now. You could trade Brock Purdy and Mac Jones
Okay,
for Joe Burrow.
actually, hear me out. You trade Brock Purdy to the Vikings for Justin Jefferson. Then you trade Mac Jones to the Bengals for Joe Burrow. Boom.
Bingo.
Done. It's done. It's
Bingo.
done.
David Kendall Jr. says, fire Kyle, hire Harbaugh. He would be better
Dude,
developing our offensive players.
Am I
Bro,
crazy? Why do people think Harbaugh is better than Kyle? Kyle is better
John
than
Harbaugh is
Harbaugh.
never going to coach for the Niners. They don't want a Harbaugh. He doesn't want to be associated with the Niners after they fired his brother. I bet you. Okay, Harbaugh. Prediction: the Giants, New York Giants.
I like that, or the Raiders. I could see that, either one.
Why would he want to go to the Raiders?
Because Tom Brady's there.
So
that's how they got Pete
that's
Carroll.
I want to coach whatever team Michael Jordan owned because Michael Jordan was there.
That's the comp I've given Brady so far. His first year of ownership,
he's been that bad.
Yeah, he's Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Shreddy Murphy says last potential Niners game needs you and QC to step up. We sure will, man. We're gonna make sure they win. And part of QC is picking them to lose, which I already have. How has Mike McDaniel survived? Because he did such a good job with Tua that he raised the expectation on himself and got Tua paid. It's like he did what he was hired to do, and now I think they're going to give him a look with another quarterback. He did pretty well with Quinn Ewers,
and
that's
Jeff,
why.
Think about it this way: Mike McDaniel gets let go. He's instantly probably the best offensive coaching candidate in the league. Yeah. So what if he goes somewhere next year with a good quarterback and a non-head case receiver and pops off? Then you look like an idiot. So
all right, let's talk about the team, everyone's favorite team. The team that's doing everything right. I'm sorry. They deserve it, though. 25 years of complete ineptitude, which probably isn't a word, but it is in their case.